Okay, in this activity we're going to be looking to see if we can identify any patterns that might happen when we plot some points. Often we can identify a pattern when we plot a series of points, and the pattern lets us know that there's a relationship that connects the x values to the y values. And for example, if we see a straight line formed when we plot a set of points, we say that a linear relationship exists. So when you see that word linear, it's talking about a straight line relationship. So I've got some points here that we'll plot. So the first one we have is -2 and 1. So we come across -2 and 1, which will be here. -1 and 2 through here. 0 and 3. 1 and 4, so that's 2 and 5. Need to practice a bit more with my pen to make that a bit more accurate. So they should be on all the intersections of the lines there. But if you look at those points that have been plotted, you can see how they all form a nice straight line. So because it's a straight line, we say that that's a linear relationship. That's right, it's all over all the writing there. Now, sometimes we're given a set of coordinates, or sometimes we might be given a table of values. So this means exactly the same thing, or you can plot it exactly the same way. The way that this works is that if I take, for example, these two here, that would represent the coordinates of -4 and -2. So the table can be used, or we can have a set of coordinates used. Quite often, if there is a relationship that does exist, a table will be used. So let's take these points and we'll plot them. So we'll go across to -4 and come down to -2, like so. -3, we come across to -1. -2 is at 0. -1 is at 1 on the y-axis. 0 on the x goes to 2 on the y. And 1 on the x goes to 3 on the y. And again, if we look at these, we can see that there is a nice straight line that goes through there. So we can say that yes, there is a linear relationship. That exists. Just to show you as a comparison, if I make up a few other points, -3 and 2, -1 and 5, and we go 1 and -3, and 3 and 0. I'll plot these points here, so they could have been given to you in a table as well. So the first point, -3 and 2, will be up here. The second point, -1 and 5, goes way up the top here. Should be more like that. That's better. 1 and 3, 1 and -3, sorry, which is way down here. And 3 and 0, which is right here. There doesn't seem to be any pattern. There's certainly no regularity as to where those points are there, so there's no relationship that we can identify at this point in time with that one. So I guess the key thing that you'll be looking for initially is just to see if there is a clear straight line or not.